Hey everyone, if we haven't met yet, my name is Tiffany and I am a Tula 12 brand ambassador. I've been a brand ambassador since January 2021, and I'm going to show you the one thing that made me switch to Tula 12. So I loved the other planner that I was using, but I always felt like I just wasted so much space, like it didn't work for me. And so earlier I shared the 1, 2, 3 approach to building your planner. Step 1 is covers, step 2 is inserts, and step 3, add all the fun stuff and accessories. But I'm going to actually do it in a little bit of a different way because we're going to cover step 2 first. We're going to cover the inserts. So I'm going to show you a few of my favorites and tell you a little bit about why I like them, show you some different sizes, and then show you the new patterns that are out for fall 2022. So the first thing I'm going to show you is small. So the small inserts, I may be dating myself a little bit, but if you remember like the 4x6 pictures, you can see one back behind me here. That is how big our inserts are. So I personally like to use a trifolio and go or a small planner, and these fit right in there. I really enjoy using the shopping list. A couple of these patterns are a little bit older, so I'll make sure I tell you, hey, these are the new ones, and well noted. So if I need to keep any notes, this has been really good. I've been kind of going on a health journey and figuring out some things, just found out I have a lot of allergies, so this has been really helpful to keep me, keep all my notes, so then I know what we talked about at my last appointment and what I need to do moving forward. So these two are two of my favorite smalls to carry with me. I do use a small classic whenever I take especially my well noted with me because it's just a lot easier to write in for me. Next we have the medium size, and these two are actually in one of my covers right now. So the medium is a great size. It's kind of like, I kind of like it as like a all-purpose size. So it's small enough that it's convenient to carry, but you also have a little bit more room to write. And for me, I need that. So I am gonna show you, this is a new planner that I just got whenever I went to Leader Retreat. So I have not actually really played with this because since we just launched fall collection at the beginning of the month, so beginning of September 2022, I haven't used this much, but I wanted to show you the size compared to the small, and also show you two new cover patterns. So this is the first one. This is in the Project Planner insert. This is Raspberry Sherbet, and also we also got a creative outlet, and this is in Aster Dot. So I'm going to go ahead and slip one of these out. I'm going to show you very simply how easy this is. So when you're putting together your planner, you open your inserts to the middle. They sit right here on the staple page. You just take that and slip it out. So you just put the end in, slip it through, don't get it caught on the pockets, and then you put it in, and then your insert is seated. So I love how quick and easy that is. I like being able to change up my layout because sometimes I like to move things around a little bit. So going back to the picture reference, this would be like a 5x7. So a comparison to the small, here you go. So now I'm gonna show you probably the one that I use the most. I started out strictly as a medium planner girl, but I moved to an extra large because I love the room to write. It isn't as convenient to carry around, but I still can. Typically this is the one I'm using right now. This cover is sold out, but this was a, this is an extra large. So this is the Inspired Pod, but this is sold out. It's really difficult to find it. It's sold out very quickly. So this is my normal day-to-day planner that I use. So I'm going to show you what I have in here and also some other inserts that I use. I am going to show you first though something that my boyfriend and I use that has really changed the game for us. So this is the Bills and Budget insert. So I'm actually going to show you this, but I'm going to hold up a piece of one of our deco kits because I want to kind of cover up some of our more personal bill information. But on this first page here, you can see we have September up here, we typically don't fill this part out, but you can track like your checking amount, your saving amount. You have a debt area right here where you can put like say credit cards, like how much you pay down, and then notes. Typically in notes, so we can kind of plan for our budgeting. I write down all of our pays and then I highlight them in a certain color, and you'll see where that comes in here in a second. So I doctor mine up a little bit. So if you ever get an insert and you're like, I like it, but it doesn't really work the way it's laid out, that's fine. You can change it up however you want to use it. It's your planner, so you can do what you want with it. So over here, I use some washi tape. This is a Tula 12 washi tape. This one is not, but I like, for me, I found out that I like to have a little bit of color coding and a little bit of decoration. So a little bit later in the event, you'll see a post, how do you plan black and white, color coding, or decorative. I'm kind of a mix between the color coding and the decorative. So for me, I find it easier to just use washi tape. I find that I use my planner a lot more when it's something pretty to look at, and so that's why I choose to use the washi. So over here we have like all of our bills for the month and then the date that they're due. I also put up here the amount that is due and then the date that it's paid, because sometimes you're in the middle of pay checks, and so just kind of figuring out. And then we also have a scheduled and paid checkbox over on this side. But again, I just didn't want to show some of our information. So over here, the color coding that I showed you before, I have a dot, so we know exactly what pays certain bills are coming out of. So this one has really changed the game for us. As far as business related, again, a couple of these are older insert covers, but the social media, this is a game changer for me. It helps me plan out all of my posts, and it helps me kind of keep track of what I'm doing. When I have stuff scheduled, I will take a highlighter and highlight. I typically use different colors so I know what day I basically scheduled stuff. So I'm going to show you this one here. As you can see, I didn't have some of this stuff here, but you can see I kind of schedule out my posts like this, again using the washi tape. Over on this side, I always put information about the event that I'm in. So I put the group name, the dates that it runs, how many posts a day, how many comments a day, and the event coordinator. So then that way I can kind of keep track of it. So the social media insert is a must-have for me and my business. So another one that I'm actually going to start using, so maybe I'll do a video in a little bit and kind of update you a little bit, but this is Reach Your Goals. Again, older cover pattern, but in it on this side you have what are your goals and your start date, your goal end date, and when it's accomplished. And then this part right here is the smaller steps to reach your big goal. And so for me, I have a few things both personally and in my business that I want to accomplish. So I'm going to start using this. And on this side, it has a little bit more like steps of to reach my goal, so you can journal it out a little bit more. Maybe just put bullet points over on this side, but then on this side kind of flesh it out a little bit more. And then down here at the bottom, why is this important to me? You always need to have your why. So that is going to be one that I am super excited about. My other must-have inserts, I always use a monthly, and then this is where I can kind of look at my schedule in a quick glance. I draw lines for my vendor events, so then I know, okay, this is what I'm doing. I work full-time plus for my day job, and so whenever I'm doing vendor events, I need to make sure I'm on top of it, because I just need to. So as you can see, I have not done some of these yet, but I do have certain things that I need for my business in here, but it does make it a lot easier. And then finally, I have a weekly planner. I have not set mine up yet. It's Monday. Holiday weekend's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but I'm filming this on Labor Day, and so I haven't sat down to do this, but typically every Sunday night I will actually do time block. I'm working on doing my time management a little bit better, and I also want to see where I'm spending the time. So this week I'm going to be doing a time inventory, which means I'm going to block out my time, and then in a different color pen, I'm going to write what I actually did. So then I can see, okay, where am I spending my time and what do I need to change to be a little bit more efficient? And for me, I am a to-do list junkie. I do not have much on this. I have some team members' names, so I'm going to cover this up. But I have not been good with my to-do list at home, so I've moved it to my daily use planner. So then that way, I have it right here. I use my to-do list. We actually have two. So one's a to-do list and one's a to-do now and later list. So the difference between the to-do and the to-do now and later is the to-do list has one page where you have a little bit more room to write. To-do now and later, this is split into 2 columns. So 2 columns per page. I use that at work religiously at my day job. And then what I do with that is I use a different color marker and check off whenever I'm finished with it. That way I can look back at the end of the week or the beginning of the week after and see, okay, when was I most productive? What were my most productive days? So I use that and I find it very helpful. So the last thing, because I don't want this video to be too long, is we're going to talk about the different a couple of the new covers for fall. So this is our new cover, Tawny. This is in a weekly planner. We have several different styles of weekly planners. This one is the block undated, so there's no dates up at the top. So even if you miss a week, you can go ahead and go back, put that in. You have a must do and then a to-do list and room for notes. I'm going to use this. Our team is doing what we're calling an Atomic Habits Challenge. And so we're reading the book Atomic Habits. I have it right here because I need to get this cracked open and going on it, but it's working about being more consistent and just better with our business and better with our time management. So I'm going to be using that insert for that. This is one of our well-noted inserts. This is the new pattern October Dew, which is so pretty. It is kind of a light sagey color. Next is the Mindful Ink. So this is what the insert cover looks like. This is the meal and grocery. The extra large and the medium does have a little bit of a different layout, but this is what the extra large looks like. You have your meal prep column right here, and then your shopping list right here. Really, really great if you're working on meal planning or trying to be a little bit better with that. And last but not least, it's a new bill and budget. This is in the pattern It's a Bold World. And just so you can see what it looks like before I do anything to it, this is what that first page looks like. Here's what the second page looks like. As you can see, I doctored it up just a little bit. But I really wanted to talk about the inserts first because it's really important to kind of figure out, if you're looking to build a planner, what type of inserts that you would be looking for. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I'd love to help you figure it out. But also how much room you need to write using that. So for me, my business stuff, and especially my social media, it needs to be an extra large. I need that room to write. But if it's something you want a little bit more on the go and you're thinking about a medium or a small, that's something to consider. So I always actually look at my inserts first before I figure out my cover. So even though cover is step one, and we have some gorgeous covers and I love them, but the inserts are the most important part of your planner. It's what is going to help you and how you're going to build a planner that's going to work for you. So again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Again, my name's Tiffany and I can't wait to see you a little bit more in this event. We'll see you later. Bye.